Top of the morning, top of the night, whatever the case may be. My name's Ben Matthews, aka Ben Time Traveler. I am who I say I am. Your alien government what's inside the government ain't who they say they are. Trust me on this. I be knowing these facts. Now I was sitting there going through some of my old files and slash videos, and many years ago, 12 years ago, and I was looking at one of my videos, USSF, United States Space Force, 2036. 12 years ago, before it even existed. That's you go look at my old videos, you'll see it. And then the ones that on my previous channel before that, I still got the files, the videos. I just never really uploaded them or anything. But think about it. Before there was even such thing as the United States Space Force, I was showing you all the future. Like I always said, it comes full circle on this channel. It may take a little while, but everything I ever said comes full circle, and that's truth and facts, man. I can't be denied that, man. But I know I ain't been out here for a while. I've been pretty busy. The world's pretty crazy out there, man. Somebody's got to step up and do a little something once in a while, I guess. But Supreme Leader's dead, I guess. That's what they're saying, right? A winkety winkety wink. But it's about time, man. All the you listen to the people on the left, man, and they're just crying, oh, war and soldiers are gonna die. There ain't even one American soldier died at all today. I'm not even got wounded. But the way they act like hundreds are dying. But no. You're not shipping pallets full of cash over there to Iran to tell them, oh, please be nice, play nice, and they're never going to play nice. They're evil as can get, man. Not to the Iranian people. It's just like North Korea. The people in North Korea ain't evil. They're depressed. They're enslaved. Same with the people in China. It's you can't. You can never. I used to hate that, man, when I first got here, man, and always trying to blame the people of these other countries, and it's not the people, it's the leaders, the evil ones that are being manipulated, controlled by, and I'll say it, an outside force from outside your planet, just like Ronald Reagan said. How y'all would put your differences away if there was a threat from outside this planet. He was the first one to literally come out and say that aliens do exist. And that's kind of where I want to lead with, kind of where I wanted to go with this video. Hang on here a second. It's kind of where I wanted to go with this video, because this too will come full circle. They sit there and I like to, well, I can't say what I like to do to people that say this, because I get in trouble by YouTube terms and conditions. But the people come out here and say that there'd be a false flag with the alien invasion. No. Okay? No. They're here, they've been here. There's good and there's bad. But the fallen ones, they've been here. They're the ones that are controlling this whole shit bang and caboodle. It's been written in stone. It's been written about the fallen ones, Lucifer. You got to understand, God gave Lucifer control of this planet to do as he pleased. Because, I already said this. I said this over and over and over again. Him and God were having a conversation, how he could create the planet better than God, how he could make the human species better than God, the food, the water, the air, all that. And as you notice, God got it right the first time, by the way. But as you notice, your water's being changed. Your food's being changed. Even your air's being changed. They're even changing your DNA. They're even changing the planet itself. God created it perfect the first time. But he told Lucifer, go ahead, do as you please. Because God knows. The Almighty knew that it was perfect the first time. But and once you understand that, who's controlling it, the people that are in power, they're just being manipulated and controlled. That's why they're so evil. That's why you see the for instance, Epstein and all the world leaders, and not all, but high important people were manipulated and controlled by Epstein, who was being controlled, blackmail to do what they want the human species to do. But as you notice, and maybe you haven't, but if you look hard enough, you'll see a lot of these orbs been popping up the last 3-4 days. That's because of what's going on over in Iran. Okay? You call them orbs. They're actually probes. A spying technology more advanced than anything that the human species got at this point in time. To monitor things. They're probes, you send probes to different distant planets. Okay? So don't think that something that's a little bit more far advanced than you in technology wouldn't have that. It wouldn't be here now monitoring the little ants on this planet. And by the way, nobody will ever be held liable in a court of law for any of them children that were violated by numerous people. Not because it's past tense. It's too late to prosecute them for that. Now we're working on it right now to have them prosecuted for like the prints there and shit, for the classified information and shit because a lot that was going on. That was going on big time. You got to think of Epstein. This guy had his. He was. People really don't understand how heavy and deep that guy was out there, man, with different people throughout the world, man. I mean, people that you wouldn't even believe that he should be associating with. Besides the money laundering and the blackmail, the classified information that was being passed is really was dangerous. Well, it's still dangerous to this day because some of the classified information that shouldn't have been, but it happened, man. But nobody will be ever be held liable for them children because it's too late. It's too far gone. It's like. Then they say they're worried about the economy collapsing if all these people start getting arrested, because they want all control of the money and and shit, and I'm not going to throw names out there. I'm just not going to do it. Like, if you don't know who it is, then I'm sorry, man. You know, it is. You know, you your secret society. You know, it's not really a freaking secret, is it, man? But and most of you, man, that follow me on my YouTube channel anyway, you know who they are. But they said they're worried about the economy collapsing because all these people and they, you know, and the money and you know what, and it hurt us. Well, yeah, it hurt us, but we're already hurting anyway. What's it matter? I mean, if you're not living outside your means, so what if you got to quit buying an extra bag of chips or something? You know, tighten that belt up. Because I don't care what anybody says, man. Trump try all he wants, man. Shit, and it's still it's still a struggle, man. Until he takes care of the problem at hand, and I'm talking about the middle class, and I'm also talking about people that are less fortunate. I don't want to call them low class because they're not low class. They're just less fortunate. The homelessness, the people that are really struggling bad, man. So you get, you know, because you know, there's a difference between socialism, communism. When you're trying to help out people that are less fortunate, that, you know, it don't have to be a socialist thing. It don't have to be a communist thing. You don't have to sit there and make these programs into what they are today and shit, you know, like your school systems based on a socialist program. And look at how they're teaching your children and what they're teaching your children in the school system. And you know what? I'm glad that my boys are grown and because I would have had a problem with it, man, in the school systems trying to teach my boy how to put a butt plug up his ass, man. No, I'd be highly upset about it, man. I'd probably be back in prison. I can't see the chats, but I don't know who's all in there. I miss you guys and stuff, man. I know I should make more videos and come out here and ramble on a little bit more. You know, I keep my friends, because when you don't make videos, it's they don't push your shit out, you know. And I got to the point, man, and pretty much said all I had to say. You know, I'm not gonna come out here and you know and like Nancy, you know, and start talking about it like, oh, Nancy, you know, everybody, you know, I'm not, I don't like talking about deaths, period. I don't like talking about mass shootings and none of that. I just don't like it, and I just don't do it. You know, but you know, you can only come out here and spin your wheels for so long and shit, man. It keeps repeating the same thing over and over and over. You know, it, I'm not out here making any money and shit, you know, so I don't have to come out here every day and make 3 or 4 videos and shit, you know. I don't have to do it and shit, man. You know, but I I get so involved in my work, my researching and I guess educating myself a little bit more of the past history, which I already know so much anyway. I'm not saying, you know, I'm not bragging or anything. It's just I just, you know, I just do know. I always have. I just get into it so much though, man. And it just I love history and I love the future. You know, there is a hope for this planet, man. There really is. But it's a bummer that the more advanced you get with technology, the more you're the closer you are to destroying yourselves, man. Just like before. Oh, did I say that? Just like before? Oh yeah, it's happened before. funny how you find certain spots around the world and shit with that they say, oh, it looked like a nuclear bomb went off here. Oh, look at the radiation and blah, blah, blah. No shit, man, because it did happen. Okay. This planet, man, there are no humans on this planet right now. Everything you looked at, shit, man, would probably close to 10, 20,000 years, maybe you wouldn't recognize nothing because there'd be nothing left. No houses, no bridges, no car. Right? Mother Earth would just digest it all back into her, man. There'd be no traces of any past life form and shit. And think of, 100,000 years and 150,000 years. There'd be nothing to say that you ever existed. But technology could be used for good, but unfortunately, I hate to say the truth, man, but it never is, man. Look at this, man. Hang on a minute. Starting to snow a little bit. Man, yeah, the ground got a little dusting on it. Just got rid of all the snow. Okay, it didn't take long for this fucking snow to melt. 2 days and it was gone, man. Yeah, I'm glad the Supreme Leader's dead, man. I'm gonna say he was a piece of shit. That extremeness, man. Let the people, let them practice their religion without the extremeness. Let them peace, love, and understanding, respect. I mean, you got these extremists on there that read their religion with nothing but anger, man. People read the Bible, they don't read it in anger, but I mean, if you read the true words of the Bible, God's took many people to war. And I don't want to hear that either. I don't want to hear that. Be pushed around and let somebody kick your ass because you're a Christian and you don't believe in fighting back. That's not no. You don't belong in God's army, man. I don't know who that's just their way of controlling you and teaching you not to be standing up for yourself and your rights, man. Your God-given rights. Yeah, but there is a lot going on with, the Constitution right now here in the United States of America too, man. But it's like these Democrats are all crying out here now. Trump went to war and he ain't got the right, but they don't talk about all the rest of them doing it and shit, man. Obama, fucking Biden, fucking, they all fucking, and then once again, and I gotta call out things for what they really are, okay? Trump, money equal, or I should say, Trump war equals money. And a lot of people are going to get rich off this war, man. Every damn time, man. Because all these ammunition and everything they're using and shit, it's all got to be replaced. And that's another thing. When you look at these Democrats and Republicans, they ain't none of them going to sit there and really turn down the Department of Defense's budget, because the government, the Department of Defense, made sure they put factories, places where they make these bombs and whatnot, in certain parts of states where that community depends on them jobs. So the people who represent them, they don't want to vote against anything, not to be doing what the Department of Defense, not financing, because they wouldn't make that money. And then people, because So, you know, they literally planned that, man. They were literally in the United States of America, planned it in all these different districts and shit for that reason alone. And that's a fact. Go look it up, research it, find the truth for yourself. Don't believe me, but I'm telling you the truth, and I'm not sitting there lying to you. You don't know, people understand how deep this shit gets, but they really don't understand how deep this shit gets, man. Let me tell you, excuse my mouth there, man. I'm not ignoring you. I ain't got my glasses on. I can't see who's in the chat, and it is what it is. Anyway, you follow me on my YouTube channel anyway. You know that I don't look at the chats, man. Yeah, a little cold out. It's 24 degrees. That's not too bad. I don't think this stuff's really... Hang on a minute. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. It's coming down a little bit. Yeah, but if you notice, man, like I was saying, there's a lot more orbs, and that's because they're monitoring shit, man, of what's going on right now. So, and if you really pay attention to videos that are coming out like Iran especially, you may be able to, if you really put the effort. Oh shit, hang on a second here. If you really put the effort into I spilled all that. You really put the effort into it, you'll be able to see videos with orbs and shit, man. I was going to do that later tonight, but I just spilled all my moon rock all over, man. Sorry, man. Hang on, I got to set this phone down for a second. Sorry about that. Oh, I can see MH in the house. Hey, girl, how you doing over there? Doing all right? I miss you. Good to see you. Sorry, I ain't been out for a while, but somebody's got to try to keep this planet clean and shit. But yeah, pay attention a lot next couple of days for videos of orbs. Not so much UFOs. Orbs are better, but they're hard to catch on video, man. But start searching around on YouTube for orbs, like orbs in Iran, or just type in orbs and for the last couple of days and the next few days, actually, because some people will be picking them up, man. And I just know this to be a fact, because every time there's always a war and shit, man. If you know where to look, you're able to. I not so much where you gotta research, you gotta look yourself, man. You gotta look after video after video after video. I I usually go through military videos of the war or people from that area that are filming what's the bombing and what's going on because they may not know that they're actually catching orbs in their videos. But yeah, it's a lot of looking, man. But I should just do it and put a bunch of it together and make a video. But do so much other research and looking and stuff, man. It's hasn't got any time, man. I watched the video last night. It was over 5 hours long. Quite interesting, but I didn't think I was going to like it, but it got me interested to watch the whole damn thing. Yeah, these Democrats too, man. There's somebody else, man. I mean, there's something wrong with them and shit, man. You can't appreciate the United States Olympic hockey team, men and women winning the gold. I mean, you gotta fucking turn that into fucking some political bullshit. You're just some sick son of a bitches, man. Trump Trump was setting them up left and right. He had his speech and shit, man. He's man. That was the best speech I ever heard, man, from Trump. He got off once in a while, but man, that was the best speech I ever heard. Them and he was setting them up left and right, man. The guy he's brilliant, man. All right, can't say I like 100% of everything about Trump, but he sure in hell is one of the best presidents we ever had, man. I don't care. That motherfucker don't even want to stop. Neighbor. That's why his car's always wrecked, man. We got a friend of mine, he's a little slow. Well, he's a lot slow, to tell you the truth, man. But good guy all around. He wanted to get a vehicle and shit, and he was looking at some pieces of shit, man. He looked at one truck, man. The back end that was so rusted, it wasn't even hardly any of it there and shit. The guy wanted $1,500 missing and shit, and fucking. I don't know. You don't want that. And he's looking at another truck, and wouldn't start. And like, oh, it just needs a battery and shit. And he's gonna go spend $150 to go buy a battery. I said, dude, once you put the battery in, maybe it still won't start. And if it does start, maybe you hear it missing or it's got fucking whatever. You don't. Maybe something fucking seriously wrong as shit, man. You go spend $150. So I took him somewhere, man. Fucking, I put him in a nice Ford Focus, man, for $1,500. Drove it off the lot. No rust on it at all, man. Not a bit of rust on it. No dents. The only thing it's gonna need is the muffler done, man, a little bit. That muffler's still solid. It's just needs to be tightened up a little bit, man. It's got to be welded in one spot. No biggie, really, tell you too. But yeah, he ain't very smart. He jump on the first fucking vehicle he come across, and that fucking truck was a piece of shit, man. I said that right in front of the guy. That's a piece of shit, man. He looked at me. I ain't worth $1,500. I wouldn't even let him give you fucking $500 for it. Tires alone are worth that. Whatever, bro. That's probably the only fucking thing that was good on that truck is the fucking tires. I didn't think they were fucking all that. But no, he'll leave me alone. I have to give him a fucking ride every time, man. I was running them back and forth down fucking on the port here, and I'm running them all the way down to Mount Clemens. This shit, man. Court for fucking driving, man. Told you ain't too smart, man. Yeah. Yeah, I just, it ain't really much of a war either, man. I mean, it's like, they not never know how, no way touching us unless, they got sleeper cells and shit, winkety, winkety, wink. But, they're not fucking gonna do anything to us. And then they go bombing all these other countries that were literally friendly to them, kind of sticking up for them, And then you go bombing their airports and shit, man. Now they're all pissed off. Saudi Arabia's really pissed off, man. But you think of all the things that Trump's done to bring, peace to that Middle East and shit, man. You gotta fucking do away with you gotta deal away with the fucking instigator. Iran. You have to deal with them, man. It's about fucking time somebody dealt with them. You have to smack them down and fucking tell them to get right and fucking get with fucking the peace, love, and understanding and respect of the other countries and shit, man. All live and fucking prosper, You don't sit there. You got fucking all that fucking gas. You got all that oil and shit, man. Your people should be living high on the hog. Same with Venezuela. Libya. The fucking list goes on and on. We got these assholes that want to fucking be fucking controlled by the alien government within. It fucking for what? There's good aliens and bad aliens. You don't think that the good aliens are here too, man, and doing little certain things, man? Just look at it, man. It's just very obvious. Putin, he's the one that fucking ain't never gonna get their shit together either. See, that's what happened with North Korea, man. You just ignore North Korea building nuclear weapons and all that shit, and look where they're at now. If Trump would have done what he did to Iran, we would have a fucking North Korea. Iran would look just like North Korea. He'd be fucking worse because they're instigating bully motherfuckers with a nuclear weapon. Would be bullying all the motherfucking countries and shit. Trump did good. Tired, man. I was up 3 o'clock this morning and shit. And I didn't have no coffee filters. 3 o'clock, go down to the gas station. I was gonna buy some coffee filters, man, but they motherfuckers, excuse my mom, they wanted way too much, and I wasn't giving in to that. No way, man. I said, I'll wait. And got me a cup of coffee, and I waited till Kroger's open up. And then I go to freaking Kroger's, man. I get a bunch of other stuff. I walk out of there, get home. I forgot to get the coffee filters. Yeah. That forgetfulness. It's getting worser. Forgot my credit card and my debit card in the fucking ATM machine. Drove off. Went 2 blocks. Turned back around because there's cars behind me and shit. And the time I got there, it was gone. Nobody set it on top, and then nobody took it in the bank and shit. It was gone. Cancel it out. Just can't believe I did it, man. But I do. I believe it. I forget, man. It sucks, but I'm dealing with it. I come down, I cook dinner and shit. I go get done cooking dinner. 3 times I walk out and make sure I shut the oven off. Make sure, man. I don't know if it's old age or the weed or what. Yeah, it's just getting a little bit here. I don't think you can see it's really missed. It's more like coming off the lake, I do believe, from the north, Lake Huron. More like a crystal kind of. Yeah, it's definitely coming off the lake. It's sticking a little bit on the road. That's dry right there underneath that street light. But over here, it's on that road there. It's on the sidewalk. I guess it's the Alberta Clipper. Yeah, gotta take a little ride again tomorrow. Oh, shit. Somebody's made a video. I think that's what that warning was. I don't know what it was. I was in the courtroom. I don't know, a couple weeks ago. Like I said, I take my friend down to court down there in Mount Clemens, and I had my phone on me, and somebody's phone went off in the courtroom. The judge kind of just looked up, It only rang one time. The person hurried up, and then I don't know. It wasn't 5 minutes later. Somebody else's phone went off, and the judge looked up and he says, "Well, the next time I hear a phone go off, I'm taking it." I said, "Oh shit, man!" I got up and I walked out, man, because I didn't fucking turn my phone off. Shit, man, I no sooner got out in the hallway, I swear, man, my fucking phone went off. Woo! Yeah, I didn't go back in there. Yeah, he looked up the first time, man. He didn't say anything. When that phone went off the second time, man, he was pretty upset, man. I stayed out and talked to I don't know what you want to call him. He's a retired police officer, but the guy is security, does the scanner and people coming in and out. Shit, I sat there and talked to him. Good guy, man. Good conversation. Yeah, his viewpoints and shit about the economy and but it was respectable, man. He wasn't ignorant about the things he was saying. He was being truthful, And tell you the truth, I 50% agreed with the man, I don't, but I didn't even ask him if he was, Democrat or Republican or what, it didn't matter. It was a conversation. And then, yeah, it was respectable, man. He just gave a lot of, we weren't even really, it was just a conversation and shit about, the economy and different things. It was a good conversation, And then we went off and talking about other things and stuff, but I could see some points of the Democrats, I honestly can, but they get too extreme on their shit, man. They allow that extreme side, the socialist, communist pigs. I'm being polite there. The control, it's a different. Yeah, whatever, man. People want that shit. That's on them, man. But be careful what you wish for, man. 'Cause I know. I before Trump even got elected this time. I told you that it's going to be the illegal aliens that are here and did it the right way that are going to vote for Trump. And I also said it's going to be the African American community that's going to vote for Trump. And that's, where it went, man. That's because he does help them people. But the people the illegal aliens that came here legally, they don't want that fucking bullshit here. They really are representing that this is their country now, United States of America. When you get these illegals that come here and shit, the rapists, murderers, and pedophiles, and all that, they don't give a shit about United States of America. All they care, just the same with fucking Smolians. All they cared about was fucking fraud. Is there some that ain't like that? Yeah, but you know what? That's what they're accustomed to. That's the hustle. Let's say, from their own countries. It's survival. The hustle and the thief and the scams and shit. You get all these fucking, excuse me, all bullshit phone calls and shit, man, trying to scam you and shit. Yeah, they're from these countries and shit, or some beautiful girl on some fucking website chat place. I love you, please send me gold, or please send me money and shit. And it's some fucking Somalian sitting in his country and shit, man. And it's a man, using some fake picture and shit. So you back check the picture and shit and find out it's from some lady that's living in Tennessee or something and shit, But here he's telling you it's me, look how beautiful I am and shit. Send me gold. I had another friend of mine, a little slow. I said this before. He was doing it. He was talking Saudi. He was talking some beautiful chick from somewhere and shit, man. And I sat there and ran it on him and shit, man. The picture, fucking searched it, blah, blah, blah. And find out there's some guy in Somalia. I think it was Somalia, somewhere. I don't remember yet. Go back and look at the video. I don't know where, somewhere over that way, man. But that's what they do, man. And then they come to this country and they get the Medicaid fraud and welfare fraud and all the other fraud, man. And that's just one certain group of individuals. One honestly thing you say about Muslims, Dearborn, Michigan, go check it out, man. They got to hustle, man. But their hustle is they're doing things, man. Stores or car lots, whatever and shit, man. I'm being honest, man. There's some groups of individuals from other countries and shit, man, that is doing things the right way, man. But every walk of life's got a scammer in their group. It is what it is, man. Look at the United States of America, fucking Pulaski inside trading and shit. I mean, fucking. Yeah, here we go again. Nobody being arrested and shit, man. But the fraud, even inside our own fucking congressmen and women and senators, it's right there in front of you, man. But nothing. FBI, man, shit. They about fucking, even with Trump and shit, man. They're about fucking useless, man. How about, hey, here's something about Epstein. We're gonna talk about the son of a beep, beep, beep. Where's all the video, man? Where's all the recordings? Huh? I gotta go back to work and shit and dig that up out of your ass, man. Where's it all at? You could blur out. Well, I don't know. I mean, if it's just too graphic shit, I guess, it is what it is. And I can understand that, man. But you got fucking video and audio of these guys, man. And but you can't, if it's too late, it's too late to prosecute them. But how about the audio? Epstein got fucking, they know what the fuck, who is who, the money laundering. They know every fucking thing. And it ticks me off, man. And then you hear different talking points come on here and talk bullshit. Oh, it's because an economy collapse and shit. If all these people get arrested, the Bill Gates of the world and shit, man. The Prince got arrested and that other guy got arrested, right? What the fucking hold up, man? All these big motherfucking CEOs and fucking big wigs are getting fucking resigning and shit, man. You know what the fuck, man? We don't want nothing to do with you now, man. You're bad. I'm gonna go after them son of a beep beeps in Hollywood too, man. Don't stop there, man. You know, but no, everything's fucking. Got to push for them tapes and fucking audio, man. Ain't nobody even talk about it, shit, man. They're in possession of that shit, man. There's probably 2 million more files than ain't even fucking yet, man. If not more. You think United States of America's the only one that got files on this dude, man? Israel, fucking England. I mean, the list goes on with these other countries. Russia, China. He's had his fucking fingers in every one of them, man. Russia, China, fucking how they allow that to happen and him to operate like that. It's just, I just wish I could have done something about it, but it is what it is. Hang on a second. My old card. Pipe used to fit perfect right now where the gear shift's at. This one, not so much. Sorry about that. Moon rock's good. Yeah, don't sit there, man. It keeps spilling it over. Yeah, I can't believe they just won't release them fucking videos and audio. They could release the audio, man. Fuck. Audios. Fucker had cameras and fucking audio in every fucking room and everywhere, man. He even had them outside and shit. Every place he owned, man. You know, think about it. It don't bring no fucking suspicion about this guy becoming a wealthy billionaire by itself and not really even having a freaking job. I think he was banging that old man and shit for a while. Matter of fact, I know he was. Got control of his whole fucking estate and everything, man. It's fucking unbelievable, man. It just, nothing happens. You know, in England, Prince there and shit, man, well, he's going to go up. It'll probably take 10, 12 years before the end of the trial. He'd be dead by then. See what I mean? It'd probably take 10, 12 years for that trial and shit. That Prince is going to be dead by now. Bill Gates, he gonna come out. He gonna come out and admit to what we already knew. Apologize to fucking his little fucking people. I don't. His wife's just as fucking guilty, man, for not coming out saying anything to begin with. Anyway, she knew, think what he was trying to do behind her back and shit, man. Probably couldn't get the medicine that she fucking caught that shit. Yeah, there's just like it's just it is unbelievable the number of people that are fucking sick. Not all of them are sick, but he's to deal with the man, and you knew what the man was about, shit. Whether it was money laundering or fucking some kind of fucking whatever, you know what the man, what else the man was doing. Just don't make it right, man. And how about Bill Clinton come on here and say that Trump didn't have nothing to do with anything and shit, didn't know and shit. What was that about, Bill? A pardon? You know, setting yourself up for a pardon? Hey, never Trump. I said you didn't have nothing to do with it. Think you can pardon me, my wife? And again, you get the Clintons and shit. That's a political fucking bombshell, man. That's a political. I don't know what the word I'm looking for, man, but it just wouldn't make things good, man. You go and arresting the Clintons. Nope. Hang on. Sorry about that. I had to roll down the window and get a little smoky in here, man. It's one of the worst vehicles I ever had. I smoke, man. I ain't gonna lie and shit. I smoke in my vehicle and shit, but I already washed the windows inside here 4 times. I ain't had this vehicle that long. It's just the design for the heat and the blowers and everything. It's just not the best design at all, man. I don't know why these windows, they just... Shit, I drove that Impala, man. I didn't have to wash them windows only every couple months. Yeah, I go in there and watch the war. I don't. There's not much of a fucking war to begin with, man. It's not, fucking. This is one sided, man. They got their ass kicked. And continue to get their ass kicked, man. And no, United States of America did not kill the supreme leader, because we can't. There's laws and rules where we can't be doing that. But Israel don't have them rules and laws. That's who killed the supreme leader. We would have if we, we could have been in the right, but there's laws and rules where we can't be doing that, man. So that's why we never took them out. But Israel did, though. That's a fact, true too. Yeah. Because they're going to come out here, you're going to listen to the news. We killed the supreme leader. No, we did not kill no supreme leader. The United States did not. Israel did. You don't think these motherfuckers were cost fucking making sure that they were following the rule book, man? You damn right they were, man. We sure did bomb the fucking other shit. It's all about the money down right now, though, and the economy. Put these people back to work to make more bombs. I was talking to the guy that owns the store, good friends with him. He telling me the potato chip company, Frito Lay's, they come in and took 30 bags of chips back that are out, get to the expired date. Nobody buying them. $7 and shit for a bag of chips. And he tells me that candy bars came in and they raised the price on the candy bars another $1. A whole freaking $1. You tell me that a bunch of the pop went back, a bunch of even the beer, because beer's got a date on it too. They're that's how bad it's getting, man. I gotta turn on the heat, man. All right, he's trying to get me to buy that place. I got the money to do it anyway, man. I mean, if I did, I just fucking gut it out and put a laundromat in that motherfucker. But he's hurting, man. I can't help him, no. A lot of these stores ain't doing good. A lot of them, especially the smaller ones. If you got a store around here and shit, you got good food in it though. You almost make it. You make a decent money. But if you're like for instance, Speedy Q here, man, it's junk, man. Whatever they got in there is junk, and it's so damn expensive, man. Like I said, even the coffee filters, man. I was not paying that much for them coffee filters, man. Almost 10 times marked up and shit. What I get for a couple bucks, they want 10 something or whatever the hell it was. I don't remember, man. I know I might have been early in the morning when I didn't have my coffee yet, but I still wasn't spending that much. And even their coffee went up to like $2.75 for a medium cup of coffee. I was like, what? But I just the truth and the facts is, man, things ain't good right now, man, for a whole lot of people, man. Gas is all right, but everything else is still, I can go buy a whole chicken at $12, or I can buy one of their roastery chickens for $7 already cooked. It's about $7 chicken too, about the size of it, but nonetheless, $12 for a chicken that ain't cooked, or $7 for one that's already cooked. Unbelievable. Hang on a second. It's that time again. Yeah, I should be cutting it short. That's too funny, man. No, I'm gonna have a long day tomorrow too, man. I gotta do that road trip, man. All in the name of bacon. This place, I don't know, it's probably about 45 minutes from here. It's a meat place they're having to sell tomorrow. Well, I don't even, yeah, matter of fact, he better look before we go. I don't even know if they're open on Sunday, man. But they got like a week-long sale and shit. They got good meat there, man. Got good steak burgers. They got good steaks. They got everything. And there ain't nothing. The bacon, ham, the cheese, everything there is good, man. But it's expensive, man. You get what you're paying for, though. But it's when they got the sale going on like that, I guess it's a good time to go down there. I probably ain't gonna get nothing, man. I'm just taking a friend of mine down there, man. He'll probably spend a couple, $200-300, maybe four. And I bet you $10 if they got ham there, he's gonna come home with some ham, man. Well, I know they're gonna have ham there. But I never seen anybody eat so much ham in my life. Man. We go out to breakfast and he gets double ham. We go out for lunch, he gets something that's got ham or bacon on it. Same with dinner. I slow down on my bacon, sausage. Yeah. Well, once a month, I'll indulge in some bacon or sausage. But I used to eat it too much. I like it. But I just knew I had to slow down on eating it. I miss it though. I was almost gonna have an excuse to make some split pea soup and put some ham up in it or bacon. Well, gotta have ham or bacon in it. And it ain't split pea soup. But I didn't. I'll have it next month. I'll make me some next month, some homemade split pea. Well, I got a bunch of different beans, variety. Just make me a bean soup, period. Yeah, it's still misty out. It's coming off the Lake Huron. It's real fine. Might cover the roads completely by night. Now with just the dusting, I would. Tell you what, that temperature dropped pretty quick today, man. Yesterday. Well, should we go get deep into the bottom of that rabbit hole of hell and shit tonight and do some more looking, huh? But keep an eye open on the videos of the Iraq War and shit, man. Don't pay so much attention to the thing, the bombs going. Looking around in the skies, and I bet you're gonna see a lot of videos coming out of orbs, man. They're monitoring the shit out of it, man. They always do. Even July 4th, man, when people are shooting off the big fireworks and shit, towns and shit, man, if you look and shit, man, you can catch a lot of orbs too. And they're like, what's going on there? They're monitoring the fireworks. They're all around, man. For a long time. Good ones and bad ones. You don't see hardly any of the black ones though, man. That's very far and in between now, man. You know, I don't the drones and all that shit. You know, like New Jersey and shit, man. Whatever. That was the government and fucking some kind of fucking company that's literally was the government doing something, man. It's going down pretty good right there. But no, it's the orbs and shit, man. That's the real deal there. Yeah, it's definitely coming off Lake Huron. I don't know what percentage of the Lake Huron's frozen. I know I wouldn't be out ice fishing on none of these ponds and lakes and shit. That's for sure, man. But they are. They're out of their mind, man. Y'all know it got real, real cold for a bit there, man. For a minute, shit, man. And right after that, man, it just it didn't stay cold, cold, man. Because that's the pole shift happening and shit, man. So it's the shifting of the planet shit, man. It's not the weather itself, man. The weather's still. Eventually it'll change and shit, man. Because mountains and shit, man, control the weather and the weather pattern and shit, you know. So if once, you know, the pole shift happens and shit, eventually all that, yeah, and it's taking place right now, you know. There's no question about it. But they want to blame it on global warming, you know. They don't want to tell you the truth and shit. Because y'all panic and shit. And we'll have total chaos. And we won't have no control of the peasants. Every man, woman, and child for themselves. You know? That's why that alien is telling you the truth about the aliens. That's what they were scared about. But they had the mind control programs going on for some 30 years now, man, 40 years, to get used to accept the truth and the fact of the matter, which you already knew anyway. Obama comes out, and then Trump has to come out, and then Trump's going to declassify. They already, they already had, oh shit, all their shit was that they have stored away and downloaded and shit already was fucking lost for a brief second and shit, man. They say they got it all back, but yeah, well, you know what happened to that, huh? They ain't talking about that though, are they? You heard that here though? Yeah, lost all them files and shit. They've been collecting all them years and shit, man. And all of a sudden they got them back. Yeah, did they all come back? Yeah, here we go. They act like they're sneaky and shit. They do it right in front of everybody. And nobody calls it out for what it is. Well, you know, don't know what happened. Well, we're going to release all the files when we get done releasing all the Epstein files 20 fucking years down the road. Maybe you'll get the video and audio for Epstein. I know not. Like they say, oh, the world's going to collapse in the economy and shit because all these big, powerful, rich people just take their asset, man. Whatever they're fucking worth, they're worth fucking $60 billion. Take that son of a bitch and split it amongst the fucking peasants. It won't be like that because companies will go belly up and companies will crash and big fucking banks and oh my god, I that's when you got no control at all. When you literally seeing what you're seeing right now, man, the bankers and all of it, man. And nobody can be held liable and thrown in a fucking prison and shit because it will collapse the whole fucking world economy and whatever, right? That's sad, man. That's where you're at. It's gotten so deep and so fucking crooked and shit, man. That it's being held up by a lie. If you bust that lie and shit, and you got to pay for it. You know, people come out here and talk about oh the world's gonna there's going to be a Great Depression, which there is going to be a Great Depression, but they don't understand what the fuck they're talking about, man. They're just saying it for clicks and shit. But do they understand the death, the starvation, the people who are die without medication, the fucking the bands of people getting together and murdering and raping and killing and taking what little bit you have and shit? No, they don't understand the truth. And then you say, what do you want these people to go to jail and then the economy collapse? You know, are you prepared for that part of it? The starvation, the struggle so hard, man. 40% of people take their own lives and shit because they can't take it. Then you got another 30% that are gonna starve to death. Another 20%, or no, probably about more than that. Just think of the people they won't be able to get their medication and shit. So everybody gonna go in the woods and forest and hunt fucking deer and shit, man, rabbit and squirrel and shit. A whole hell of a lot of you motherfuckers out there in the forest and woods that don't know what the hell you're doing. Get real crowded real quick there too. You go out there and try to fucking kill yourself a deer, and there's a guy out there and shit, man, I'm gonna kill you. Take your fucking gun and shit. Take what you got and continue on his way, hunting. Yeah, yeah. All right, I'm gonna call it, man. Peace, love, and understanding, and much respect, and be that of God and God's army, because you're an army of fear. I'm not gonna go on about the war because it ain't much of a war anyway, no how, no way. But pay attention to the skies, man, about the orbs, like I said, man. You might be surprised.